Hey everybody, today I wanted to do something a little bit different and actually bring you downtown today. And the reason for that is because the Go Out and Live experience is about getting out of the house, getting out, exploring, just doing something outdoors. It doesn't always have to be out in the wilderness, up in the mountains. And so today I thought I'd bring you downtown and do a little bit of urban exploring. See what we can find around the city streets and around downtown Spokane. So let's get going and see what we find. Well, one thing different about urban exploring compared to being out in the wilderness is all the trash you find, and of course all the graffiti you find on any concrete or brick walls you find. But as you saw just a second ago, I was looking down at the Spokane River and I found a trail to head down there, so we're gonna go see what we can find down here. One of the neat attractions about Spokane is the gondola rides that you can take over the Spokane Falls, and it just gives you a really great view of the raging waters of the Spokane River. I thought this waterfall was pretty cool, and the really cool thing about it is it's actually coming out from underneath the Washington Water Power Plant, part of the Avista Corporation. But just thought that was pretty cool how that's coming out from under their building. Another thing you can always do is come sit down by the river, enjoy the view of the clock tower, and of course, if you bring some old bread with you, you can feed the ducks. Now, I didn't bring any with me today, but you can tell that they're used to people bringing stuff. They're all kind of starting to swarm around me, expecting some food. Sorry guys, nothing today. Here is the carousel that's downtown Spokane. It's closed down for the winter for annual maintenance, but just peeking through the window, giving you an idea, this was built in 1909 and still runs to this day. Another thing you can find and do down here if you've got children or just want an old nostalgic ride on a carousel. And of course, one of the more famous sights of Spokane is the big red wagon. And up here we've got River Park Square, which was the World Expo back in 1974. And in the wintertime they've got ice skating down here. And then in the warmer months, they've got some rides, like a roller coaster and some other things. They've got the Ferris wheel. And there's also an IMAX theater down here and an arcade. So kind of a fun thing to bring the kids down to if you're stuck inside and needing something to do. Come here, buddy. Come here. You can take it out of my hand. Oh, it rolled. Good boy. Good boy. Well, obviously, urban squirrels are a little more domesticated than the ones out in the wilderness. They're used to being around people, used to people feeding them. But that was pretty cool, being able to get them up that close to the camera and feed them a little bit. So we're down in the downtown park and kind of explored around here. I'm gonna go head more into the streets, into downtown, see what kind of stuff we can find over there. So let's go. All right, so I'm starting to get into some more of the industrial area of downtown. Kind of walk through the streets where all the shops are and stuff. Didn't really find anything real interesting to explore, so came over to this more industrial area, see what kind of stuff we can get into. When you get into some of these old buildings, you can always tell you're not the first one in here. But this one is padlocked off and locked up pretty tight, so we'll just keep exploring, see what else we find. Sometimes you get to the sides of these old buildings, you find out where someone broke a hole into it. I've always been curious at what is in these holes, so I'm just gonna peek my head in here, see if it goes anywhere. It's actually just a big huge hole. Let's see if you guys can see this. Just a huge hole that leads about 15 feet down, and nothing else, just a little cubby hole. Just to give you guys an idea, this is my view for lunch. You know, I know a lot of my videos are done out in the wilderness, up in the mountains, but you know, like I said earlier, just a lot of people don't have the means to get out there, and I just really wanted to show you that there are some enjoyable things within the urban environment that you can get out and see, get out and explore, and I think today's been able to prove that pretty well. But I'm going to sit down for a little bit, have some lunch, drink some water, and we'll continue on our way, see what else we find. One of the things that I always get asked on my videos is what I take to eat while I'm out exploring, while I'm out doing stuff. And today I actually just brought some leftovers from the other night. It's just some Korean meat that's really flavored with a lot of sauces and spices. I honestly don't know, you know, Julie made it, and the one thing I do know is I like it, so I just brought some of the leftovers with me, sit here in the park and eat it and get some of my energy back, continue on exploring later on. Just wanted to show you guys, as you're exploring your urban environment, sometimes you'll run across your favorite outfitter right there through the streets as you're exploring. When you're in an urban environment, you can always find the urban farm animals and feed them. I came across a stone while doing my urban exploring and really just wanted to share it with you guys. It's a memorial for all our wounded combat veterans, and so I just wanted to say thank you guys. You know, you've suffered a lot and gone through a lot to serve this country, so thank you for your service. Well folks, that was the day out urban exploring. I hope you enjoyed it. Just remember, you don't have to have the woods or a giant wilderness to go out and live. So until next time, see you later. Thanks for watching.